Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Coombs Field, the site of the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship on the Northeast Sports Network. The fifth and final game of Saturday. 2 games on Friday, 3 games today will conclude with a loser's bracket game here as the Tufts Jumbos will take on the Amherst Mammoths. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ian Wilbur and Dan Chassie with you. The final game of today. Side note for tomorrow, of course, weather permitting, the weather forecast is not looking very promising for tomorrow. They have changed the championship game, at least the first one. It was originally scheduled for 10 o'clock in the morning, just like it was today, but the game has been moved to 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So if you were anticipating being here or even listening online, you're going to have to listen online or be here a little bit earlier tomorrow, as the game has been moved up from 10 o'clock to 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, and that is, of course, weather permitting. There's supposed to be heavy rain in the forecast through tomorrow, so we'll see what happens here. Hopefully they're able to get that championship game in tomorrow, or they may even have to play 2 games tomorrow. It all depends on who wins and who loses, but as of right now, scheduled championship game for tomorrow on Sunday has been moved from 10 a.m. to 9 a.m. Take a look at the Northeast Sports Network webpage, nsnsports.net, for further information. Also, you can check out the NESCAC website, nescac.com. So we're going to start off here. It's going to be the Tufts Jumbos and the Amherst Mammoths. And the home team is Amherst, so the Tufts team here is going to bat first, and leading off here is Harry Brown, number 15. He's going to play center field today. On the mound for the Amherst Mammoths is Sam Schneider. Second pitch is in there for strike one. 1-1 the count here to the leadoff hitter, Harry Brown. The lefty winds and fires. Ball hit high in the air to right field. Over is Spina, and he tracks it down for the first out of the inning. So Brown is out F9 on the putout. That'll bring up Austin Kutch, the right fielder. So it'll be Harry Brown in center, Austin Kutch in right, Tommy O'Hara's at third base. Nick Folkson will bat cleanup and play first. Malcolm Nachmanoff will be the DH and bat fifth. Mike McLaughlin will play left field and bat sixth. First pitch in there to Kutch is outside for a ball. Tom Petrie will bat seventh and play second base. Eric Schnempf will be the catcher and bat eighth, and Will Shackelford will play short and bat ninth. 1-0 pitch is in there for strike one. Defensively for the Amherst Mammoths, we'll get to that in just a moment. A 1-1 pitch, a little bit low for a ball. Ryan Harden is in left, Yanni Thanopoulos in center, Anthony Spina in right. Around the infield, Nick Nardone is at third, Harry Roberson is at short. The 2-1 pitch, ball hit on the ground, Steinhorn has it. Up with it in time to retire Kutch, 4-3 for the putout. Second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Tommy O'Hara, the third baseman. Rounding out the Amherst Mammoths infield, Max Steinhorn is at second base, Chase Henley at first, Severino Tacci behind the plate, and number 51, Sam Schneider, is on the mound. The junior left-handed pitcher, 6'3", 205 pounds, from Coronado, California, went to La Jolla High School. A 1-0 pitch. Fastball in there for strike one. That'll even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Schneider winds and fires. Catches the outside corner for strike two. The 1-2 pitch from Schneider. A little bit outside. That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball's fouled back into the net to the left side. So the championship game tomorrow, schedule change has been moved from 10 a.m. to 9 a.m. Of course, this is still weather permitting. Just wanted to let the viewers know out there that of that time change tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 9 a.m. So right now, one team is in that championship game, and it'll be the Middlebury Panthers. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and O'Hara goes down swinging. The first strikeout of the evening for Sam Schneider, and the 3rd out of the inning for Tufts here in the top of the 1st. The Jumbos go 1-2-3, and after a half inning, it's the Tufts Jumbos nothing, and the Amherst Mammoths coming up next. You're watching the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
And welcome back to Coombs Field. We go to the bottom half of the 1st inning. No score here between the Amherst Mammoths and the Tufts Jumbos. The Mammoths coming up here in the bottom of the 1st. Let's go over the starting lineup here for you. Leading off and playing second base, Max Steinhorn. Harry Roberson will bat second and play short. Yanni Thanopoulos will be the center fielder and bat third. Anthony Spina will play right field and bat cleanup. Ariel Kenny will be the DH and bat 5th. Severino Tacci will be the catcher and bat 6th. Chase Henley will play first base and bat 7th. Nick Nardone will be the third baseman and bat 8th. And rounding out the starting 9 for the Amherst Mammoths, Ryan Harden will bat 9th and play left field. Let's go over the defensive chart for the Tufts Jumbos. Mike McLaughlin is in left field. Harry Brown in center. Austin Kutch in left. Tommy O'Hara's at third. Will Shackelford's at short. Tom Petrie is at second. Nick Folkson is at first. Behind the plate is Eric Schnempf. And on the mound for the Jumbos is number 22, R.J. Hall. Hall, the sophomore righty, 6'4", 215 pounds. From Marietta, Georgia. He went to the Hotchkiss School for high school. And the first pitch by Hall's lined down to the first baseman. Nice job by Folkson for 1 pitch and 1 out here as Steinhorn grounds out to the first baseman. Nick Folkson unassisted. So 3 unassisted for the first out. That'll bring up Harry Roberson, the shortstop. Gotta love those 1 pitch, 1 out deals to start the ball game. Hall's first pitch. He's got a bunt laid down there, and he pulls it back, does Roberson. And it's going to be a little bit high there for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball in there for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch by Hall. Hit on the ground to the shortstop. Up with it is Shackelford, and he retires. Roberson 6-3 on the putout for the second out. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Yanni Thanopoulos.
Center fielder, number 7, Yanni Thanopoulos.
Hall's pitch, off-speed pitch, low and in the dirt for ball one. Hall's 1-0 pitch. Fastball catches the outside corner for strike one. One pitch right over the heart of the plate for strike two. Hall gets the sign from Schnempf. The 1-2 pitch. Off-speed pitch, a little bit outside. That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Yanni Thanopoulos. Hall winds and fires. Ball fouled into the net to the right side, not a play. Hall's 2-2 pitch. Ball hit on the ground to the second baseman. Petrie has it. Throws across in time to retire Thanopoulos 4-3. And the Amherst Mammoths go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. We've played so Fulks and an F6 on the putout for the first out. That'll bring up Malcolm Nachman off the DH. And the first pitch in there for strike one. Oh, one pitch is in there for strike two. So Nachman off, down 0-2 in the count here in his first plate appearance. The 0-2 pitch, low and in the dirt, ball one. The 1-2 pitch. Low and in the dirt for ball 2. That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schneider gets the sign from Tachi. The 2-2 pitch. Ball ripped on a line. A diving stop there by Steinhorn at second base. Had to go a little bit to his right, down to his body there. Was able to get it and go down on the ground for it. And a big out there for the Amherst Mammoths there. Nice job by Steinhorn laying out for that one. 2 outs in the inning. That'll bring up Mike McLaughlin, the left fielder. And the umpire calls time here as Schneider was about halfway through his delivery there. And here's the first pitch. Fastball right over the heart of the plate. Strike 1. Second pitch, a little bit inside, excuse me. That'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Schneider's 1-1 pitch. Inside for ball 2. Schneider threw 13 pitches in the first inning. He's already thrown 10 here in the second. Schneider's 2-1 pitch. Ball hit high in the air down the first baseline, but foul and out of play. The 2-2 pitch. Ball hit on the ground to the shortstop. Roberson up with it. Throws across. Nice scoop there by Henley. And he's able to pick up the baseball there to retire McLaughlin. 6-3 on the putout. And the Jumbos go 1-2-3 here in the top of the second. We've played an inning and a half here from Coombs Field. It's 0-0 between Tufts and Amherst. Back with the bottom of the second after this. You're watching the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network. Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
And welcome back to Coombs Field. Ian Wilbur and Dan Chassie with you from the broadcast booth here at Colby College's Coombs Field. We're live from Waterville, Maine. Glad we can bring you the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship on the Northeast Sports Network, nsnsports.net. We go to the bottom of the second inning. No score between Tufts and Amherst. And we're getting ready here for the bottom of the second inning. It's going to be Anthony Spina, Ariel Kenny, and Severino Tachi, the scheduled hitters for Amherst here in the bottom of the second inning. Back on the mound, R.J. Hall here for the Jumbos.
Number 16, Anthony Spina.
Spina adjusting his batting gloves here before getting in the box. And the first pitch by Hall. Curveball is in there for strike 1, and the 0-1 pitch from Hall. Ball hit high in the air down the right field line. Still tracking it down and making a nice catch there was Austin Kutch. Nice job there by Kutch. Traveled a long way into foul territory to grab that one. And it's a long first out as Spina's retired. F9 on the putout. That'll bring up the DH, Ariel Kenny. First pitch by Hall, curveball fouled back in the net, not a play. Hall gets his sign from Schnempf. The 0-1 pitch. Ball fouled back into the net again. 0-2 the count here to the DH, Ariel Kenny. Hall's 0-2 pitch. Way outside there. That'll be the first ball of the at-bat here for Kenny. They'll bring the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes here to the DH. 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. No score between Tufts and Amherst. The 1-2 pitch. Ball hit on the ground to the third baseman. O'Hara has it. Throws across in time to retire Kenny. That's going to be a 5-3 on the putout for the second out. That'll bring up the number 6 hitter, Severino Tachi. He's behind the plate today. So that's 2 up and 2 down here for the Mammoths here in the bottom of the second. Hall's first pitch. Fastball a little bit outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball catches the outside corner for strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball away and outside for ball 2. Two and 1 the count here to Tachi. Ball fouled back into the net. Strike 2. That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Wind picking up here a little bit. R.J. Hall gets the sign from Schnempf. The 2-2 pitch. Ball fouled out of play into the right. Hall's 2-2 pitch. Fastball hit high in the air down the third baseline, but foul. A little bit early on that one was Tachi. Hall's 2-2 pitch. Fastball ripped up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Nice job working the count there was Tachi. Fouled off a couple pitches. This time he connects on one. A line drive right over the pitcher's head. It goes right into center field, and Tachi's earned himself a 2-out single. That'll bring up Chase Henley, the first baseman. And Hall steps off there for a second. Tachi went about halfway back to the bag. Now he's back out to his lead again. And the first pitch swung on and missed there by Henley for strike 1. Goes back over to first. Tachi slides back in safely. The 0-1 pitch from Hall. Ball hit on a line. High fly ball into right field. Going back on it is Kutch. And Kutch went down for it and was able to make the catch there. The swirling winds have plagued the outfielders all day today, but Kutch was able to haul in that big hit out there for the third out of the inning. And no score for the Amherst Mammoths here in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third. No score between Tufts and Amherst. We'll be back with the top of the third after this. You're watching the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
And welcome back to Coombs Field. Ian Wilbur and Dan Chassie with you on the Northeast Sports Network, nsnsports.net, your home for the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship. We go to the top of the third here. No score between Tufts and Amherst. And Tom Petrie's going to lead things off here for the Jumbos here in the top of the third. It'll be Tom Petrie, Eric Schnempf, and Will Shackelford. Pitch is in there for a ball. Third pitch is outside for a ball, so 3-0 the count here to start off for the second baseman, Tom Petrie. 3-0 pitch over the heart of the plate for strike one. The 3-1 pitch. Ball ripped at the second baseman, goes off his left shoulder there and into shallow center field. That ball was ripped there by Petrie, and Roberson could not hold on to it there. That would ricochet off his left shoulder and into shallow center field. And it looks like we're going to give that one a hit there because Petrie absolutely blistered that baseball there. And it's going to get on with a hit there. And Petrie's going to get a leadoff single there to start off here for Tufts in the top of the third. It's going to bring up Eric Schnempf, the catcher. First pitch he sees is in there for a strike. Schneider's pitch, he's going to go over to first base and keep an eye on Tom Petrie over there. And Schnempf has a bunt down. He lays it down. A good one there. Schneider's able to throw him out at first base, but Petrie moves over to second base on the play. So nice job there by Schnempf. Nice bunt he was able to lay down there. Move the runner Petrie over to second base. One out in the inning. That's going to bring up Will Shackelford, the shortstop. And the first pitch he sees is high and outside for ball one. A 1-0 pitch is way outside there for ball two. Schneider looks the runner back at second. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball is outside for ball 3. Schneider's pitch. Fastball is up high and outside for ball 4, so 4 straight pitches, and Shackelford is down to first base with a 1-out walk. That's going to go back to the top of the lineup here, and leading off here is Harry Brown. So Petrie's on second, Shackelford's on first, and Harry Brown's coming up. Brown 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out back in the first. First pitch by Schneider, again outside. Having an issue finding the strike zone, and Severino Tacci's going to come out and talk to his starter, Sam Schneider. Schneider looks the runner back at second. He does a double take. Pitch is high and outside for ball 2. That's 5 straight balls thrown here by Sam Schneider, having a little bit of a control issue trying to find the strike zone. Schneider's pitch. Ball fouled into the net to the right side. Tom Petrie leads off from second. Will Shackelford's on first. 1 out in the inning. No score between Tufts and Amherst. Ball hit down on a line right back to the third baseman. He airmails it trying to get the runner out at second, but Anthony Spina was able to back it up there in right field. So Brown is going to be out on a line out. F5 on the fly out for the second out of the inning. They tried to get Petrie at second base, but he airmailed it there, kind of threw it to the left side of the bag there and into right field, but Spina did a nice job backing it up there, and the runners stay put at first and second respectively. Schneider's first pitch goes right over his head there, going to third base and going to second base. So Petrie moves to third on the play. Shackelford moves to second. That ball was airmailed right over Austin Kutch's head. 2 outs in the inning, the best chance for the Jumbos to score here. 2 outs in the inning, though, and Austin Kutch is up. First pitch Kutch sees is high for a ball. Schneider gets the sign from Tacci. Winds and fires. Pitch is outside for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch is able to hit Kutch there right on the right shoulder. And Kutch is going to walk down to first base. And that's going to load the bases here for the Jumbos. Tommy O'Hara scored the game-winning run in the first game last night against Amherst. 5-4 the final. Pitching conference here on the mound. Sam Schneider, Severino Tacci, and Brian Ham, the head coach for Amherst, talking on the mound here. He's going to come back in. And he's going to come back out here and so Kutch is on first. Shackelford on second, Petrie on third. Ball's ripped down the first base line. It's going to get in for extra bases. Scoring is Petrie. Shackelford's going to score. They're going to hold the runner at third. It's going to be a 2-run double for Tommy O'Hara. And the Tufts Jumbos are on the board first. It's 2-0 Tufts here in the top of the third.
Now batting the first baseman, number 32, Nick Falkstrom.
So Petrie scores from third, Shackelford from second base. Austin Kutch is held up at third base. And O'Hara's on second base with a stand-up 2-run double. It's going to bring up Nick Falkson. Nick Falkson 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out back in the second. And the pitch is outside by Schneider, ball 1. Tachi gives Snyder the sign. He winds and fires. Ball hit high in the air to left field. Going back is the left fielder is Harden, and he grabs it for the final out of the inning. That ball was ripped there by Falkson in the left field, but Falkson is retired, an F7 on the putout, and that retires the side. But the Jumbos get get 2 runs on 1 hit, and 2 left on here. We played 2.5 innings here from Coombs Field, and after 2.5, it's 2-0 Tufts over the Amherst Monmouths. Back with the bottom of the third after this, you're watching the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
And welcome back to Coombs Field here. Ian Wilbur and Dan Chassie with you. We head to the bottom of the third. Head to the bottom of the third here. Nick Nardone, Ryan Harden, and Max Steinhorn, the scheduled hitters. 8, 9, and 1 here as the Amherst Mammoths trail the Tufts Jumbos 2-0 here. R.J. Hall back on the mound for Tufts. And the first pitch seen by Nardone is up high for a ball. Hall's 1-0 pitch. Fastball's outside for ball 2. Hall's going to get a talk from Schnempf out here at the mound. He's going to be a quick conference, come right back. All from the windup. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball hit on the ground to the second baseman. Petrie has it, throws across in time to retire Nardone. 4-3 on the putout for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the left fielder, Ryan Harden. And the first pitch in there for a strike. The 0-1 pitch catches the outside corner for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch. Ball hit foul and behind us here at home plate, goes right into the net. Hall's 0-2 pitch. Fastball going after it there was Harden. He's able to fly out there to the second baseman. Nice job by Petrie going back to grab that one. An F4 for the fly out for the second out of the inning. We go back to the top of the lineup and Max Steinhorn. Steinhorn flew out to the first baseman his first time up in the first. 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Ball's hit on a line into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Steinhorn is on here. First pitch swinging by Steinhorn. A 2-out single into right field continues the inning here for Amherst. That'll bring up Harry Roberson, the shortstop. Roberson grounded out in the first inning. 0 for 1 on the evening. And a pitch over to first base, keeping an eye on Max Steinhorn. He gets back safely. And the pitch in there by Hall is in there for a strike. The 0-1 pitch just misses there. Tried to catch the outside corner. That'll even the count 1 ball and 1 strike here to Harry Roberson. They go back over to first to check on Steinhorn. Gets back safely. And the 1-1 pitch hit high in the air and out of play to the right side. And the 1-2 pitch coming from Hall. Here it is. Just misses on the outside. That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning. Runner on first base is Steinhorn. A 1-out single into right field a moment ago. The pitch by Hall. Ball fouled and out of play to the right once again. Hall's 2-2 pitch. Fastball is outside. Nice job by Schnempf making the play over there to prevent Steinhorn from moving up 90 feet. That'll bring the count full. The runner will be off. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first is Max Steinhorn. 2-0 lead for Tufts here in the bottom of the third. Hall gets the sign, winds and fires, swing on and miss, strike 3. Roberson goes down swinging. And for R.J. Hall, it's the first strikeout of the ball game for the righty. 1 hit and 1 man left on base. Nobody scored. We've played 3 full here from Coombs Field, and after 3 full innings, it's 2-0 Tufts over Amherst. We'll be back with the top of the 4th after this. You're watching the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
And welcome back to Coombs Field here on the Northeast Sports Network, nsnsports.net. Glad we can bring you coverage of the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship. We head to the top of the fourth inning. It's going to be Malcolm Nachmanov here to lead off here, the number 5 hitter for the Jumbos. And the first pitch by Schneider is low and inside for ball 1. Schneider's 1-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. So it'll be Malcolm Nachmanov, Mike McLaughlin, and Tom Petrie, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters here for the Tufts Jumbos, who bat here in the top of the fourth. They have a 2-0 lead. Ball is hit in the gap out in center field. Going over and tracking it down is Yanni Thanopoulos. Nice job there by Thanopoulos tracking that one down, and Nachmanov is retired. An F8 on the putout for the first out. And that'll bring up Mike McLaughlin, the left fielder. McLaughlin 0 for 1 on the day, a ground out back in the second. And the first pitch is outside for a ball. Schneider's 1-0 pitch is outside for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. The 2-1 pitch, ball hit foul and out of play to the right. The count was 2-0, now it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3, and McLaughlin goes down swinging for the second out of the inning. For Sam Schneider, that's the second strikeout of the evening for the lefty. 2 up and 2 down. That'll bring up the second baseman, Tom Petrie. Petrie 1 for 1 on the day, a single and a run scored there back in the second inning, and that ball's going to get out of play here to the right side. Petrie first pitch swinging there. It's going to be a long strike 1. The 0-1 pitch in there for strike 2. Schneider quickly working here. The 0-2 pitch tried to catch the outside corner, a little bit too far outside on that one. The 1-2 pitch. Ball ripped to the shortstop and taken by Roberson there. He robbed Petrie of a base hit there, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits. Nobody left on. We've played 3.5 innings here from Coombs Field, and after 3.5, it's Tufts 2 and Amherst nothing. Back with the bottom of the fourth after this. You're watching the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
And welcome back to the bottom of the fourth here. Ian Wilbur, Dan Chassie with you. Game 5 of the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship. R.J. Hall back on the mound for the Jumbos. Big cut there by Yanni Thanopoulos, who will lead off for the Amherst Mammoths. Bottom of the fourth, 2-0. Tufts with a lead. Second pitch by Hall. Big swing and a miss there by Thanopoulos for strike 2. It'll be Yanni Thanopoulos, Anthony Spina, and Ariol Kenny, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Amherst here in the bottom of the fourth. "36 pitches thrown here by R.J. Hall unofficially heading into this fourth inning of work. Ball hit on the ground to the shortstop. Shackelford has it in time to retire Thanopoulos 6-3 on the putout. That's the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Anthony Spina, the right fielder. Spina 0 for 1 on the evening. A fly out back in the second inning. Spina taking his time, getting back in the box here. Hall's first pitch. Fastball just misses there. First pitch is going to go for a ball. Go. 1-0 pitch. Ball hit high in the air to center field. Underneath it there is Harry Brown. He hauls in the baseball there for the second out of the inning. Spina is going to be retired on a fly ball. An F8 on the putout for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Ariol Kenny, the DH. Kenny 0 for 1 with a ground out back in the second. Hall's first pitch. Ball hit high in the air down the third baseline, and it's going to be foul. The 0-1 pitch from Hall. Curveball hit fouling out of play to the right side. Kenny's down 0-2 in the count here. 2 up and 2 down. Kenny's the third batter of the inning here. He's down 0-2 in the count. 2 outs in the inning. Hall gets the sign from Schnempf. Winds and fires. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Kenny goes down swinging. And for R.J. Hall, it's the second strikeout of the game for the righty. 1, 2, 3 go the Amherst Mammoths here in the top of the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 2-0 Tufts over the Amherst Mammoths. We go to the bottom of the fourth after this. You're watching the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
And welcome back to Coombs Field. We head to the top of the fifth inning, not the bottom of the fourth, as I stated earlier here. And it's 2-0. Tufts with the lead over Amherst. It's going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters here for the Tufts Jumbos. It's going to be Eric Schnempf, Will Shackelford, and back to the top of the lineup in Harry Brown. So Schnempf 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out back in the third. First pitch in there by Schneider is in there for strike one. The 1-0, the 0-1 pitch in there for strike two. Schneider trying to make quick work here of Schnempf, the catcher. Schneider's 0-2 pitch just misses on the outside corner. He wanted that one bad. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike three, and Schnempf goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. And for Sam Schneider, that's strikeout number 2 of the evening. Excuse me, strikeout number 3 of the evening. That'll bring up Will Shackelford, the shortstop. He reached base via the walk back in the third and scored the second run for Tufts back in the third inning. First pitch by Schneider is outside for ball one. Swung on and missed for strike one. Big cut there by Shackelford. The 1-1 pitch. Ball fouled out of play to the right. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here to the shortstop, Will Shackelford. Schneider is going to get ready to set to throw here, and the umpire calls time, and Shackelford steps out of the batter's box for a brief moment and is now back in. The 1-2 pitch, fastball is outside. That'll even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball's lifted in the shallow center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting there by Shackelford, fouling off a couple pitches. He gets one he likes, and kind of a bloop shot there into shallow left center field for a single. It's a 1-out single for Shackelford, and that's going to bring up the leadoff hitter and center fielder, Harry Brown. Brown 0 for 2 on the evening. 2 flyouts for the center fielder. Schneider gets the pitch, catches the outside corner for strike one. Tufts already with a 2-0 lead, looking to add to their lead. The 0-1 pitch, ball hit high in the air to right field. Going back is Spina. He has it in time. They're going to try to double him off at first base, but not enough juice on that baseball to be thrown in by Spina. So Brown is retired. F9 on the putout. Trailing back to first base is Will Shackelford. So 2 down here in the inning for Tufts, and that'll bring up Austin Kutch, the right fielder. First pitch in there for strike 1 from Schneider. The 0-1 pitch is in there for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch. Shackelford's going, throw down to second base, and he is out! Nice one-hopper throw there by Severino Tacci, and a nice tag there by the second baseman, Steinhorn. He's able to get him out there sliding into second base. So Shackelford is thrown out at second base for the 3rd out of the inning. So Kutch will continue to bat here starting in the 6th inning as he was up, while Shackelford was thrown out at second base. We go to the bottom of the 5th after this. 2-0 Tufts over Amherst, and you're watching the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship live right here from Coombs Field at Colby College in Waterville, Maine on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
And welcome back to Coombs Field. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-0 Tufts over the Amherst Mammoths here, and the Mammoths batting here in the bottom of the 5th. It's going to be Severino Tacci, who just threw out the runner there at second base, so he's going to lead off here for the Mammoths here in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Severino Tacci, Chase Henley, and Nick Nardone. The 1-0 pitch by Hall. In there for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss by Tacci for strike 2. Hall's 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and Tacci goes down swinging. And for Hall, it's the 2nd strikeout of the evening. 1 up and 1 down. That'll bring up the first baseman, Chase Henley. Henley 0 for 1 on the day, flew out to the right fielder back in the 2nd inning. Hall's first pitch in there for strike 1. Again, a schedule change to tomorrow's championship game, weather permitting. It has been moved from 10 a.m. to 9 a.m. Just for the people coming here to watch the game, or if you're going to watch online, nsnsports.net. The championship game tomorrow has been moved from 10 a.m. to 9 a.m. The 1-1 pitch from Hall, low and in the dirt. Nice block there by Schnempf. That'll bring the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch from Hall. Fastball just a little bit inside for ball 3. Hall's 3-1 pitch. Ball hit on the ground to the first baseman. O'Hara has it. Throws across in time to retire Henley. 5-3 on the putout. 2 up and 2 down for the Mammoths here in the bottom of the 5th. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Nick Nardone. Nardone 0 for 1 on the day. A ground out back in the 3rd inning. Hall's first pitch. Fastball right over the heart of the plate for strike 1. Hall gets the sign. The 0-1 pitch. Check swing is in there for strike 2. Nardone down quickly, 0-2 in the count. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball hit on the line, gets by the shortstop and into left field for a base hit. Nardone, a 2-out single here to keep the inning going here for the Mammoths, and that'll bring up the number 9 hitter and left fielder, Ryan Harden. Harden 0 for 1 on the day, a ground out back in the 3rd. And Hall's going to go back over to first base, trying to keep Nardone over there. Was able to get back easily. Hall's pitch. Fastball is outside. Start out the count with a ball. One and 0 the count here. Hall's 1-0 pitch. Fastball is high and outside for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. Ball fouled back into the net to the right side, not a play. Harden steps back into the box here. 2 outs in the inning. 2-1 count here to Harden. Runner on first is Nick Nardone. The 2-1 pitch. Ball hit on a line into right field. The right fielder, Austin Kutch, is back, and he grabs it. And that's going to retire the side. Harden and F9 on the putout for the 3rd out of the inning. 1 hit and 1 man left on for the Amherst Mammoths here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We go to the top of the 6th after this. 2-0, Tufts with the lead over Amherst. We'll be back with the top of the 6th after this. You're watching the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Tournament on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network. Welcome to this
live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
And welcome back to Coombs Field. We go to the top half of inning number 6. The Tufts Jumbos batting with a 2-0 lead here. Austin Kutch is going to bat here. The right fielder, Kutch, 0 for 2 on the day, hit by pitch back in the 3rd inning and a ground out back in the 1st. Pitch is fouled back and out of play here to the left. So it'll be Austin Kutch, Tommy O'Hara, and Nick Folkson. Schneider's pitch is outside. That'll even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Excuse me, that'll be 1 and 2 the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Schneider's 1-2 pitch. Ball ripped into center field on a line. Thanopoulos doesn't have to move very much. He's able to haul it in for the out. So Kutch, an F8 on the putout to Thanopoulos. 1 up and 1 down. That'll bring up the third baseman, Tommy O'Hara. O'Hara, 1 for 2 on the day. A 2-run double back in the 3rd inning, plating both runs for the Tufts Jumbo, scoring Tom Petrie and Will Shackelford. And the first pitch by Schneider is in there for a strike. The 0-1 pitch is in there for a ball. That'll even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch, ball fouled to the left side, the third base side, and out of play. Good luck finding that one. Schneider's 1-2 pitch. Curveball hit high in the air to right field. Underneath it is Spina. He has it, and that will retire Tommy O'Hara. 2 up and 2 down here for the Tufts Jumbos in the top of the 6th inning. That'll bring up Nick Folkson, the first baseman. Folkson 0 for 2 on the evening, 2 flyouts. 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd. Schneider's first pitch, ball fouled to the right and out of play. The 0-1 pitch, big cut and miss there by Folkson for strike 2. Schneider's all ready, but Folkson's going to take his time getting back in the box. Schneider's 0-2 pitch, just a little bit outside for ball 1. That'll bring the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes here to the cleanup hitter and first baseman, Nick Folkson. Ball is ripped on a line into center field. Going back is Thanopoulos, and he's able to track it down in center. Nice job by Thanopoulos. Had to go a little ways for that one. So 3 flyouts for the Tufts Jumbos here in the 6th inning, and they go 1, 2, 3. We've played 5.5 innings here from Coombs Field, and after 5.5, it's 2-0 Tufts over Amherst. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th after this. You're watching the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship on the Northeast Sports Network. Top of the order. And welcome back to Coombs Field, the host site for the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship. Glad we could bring you coverage on the Northeast Sports Network, nsnsports.net. Leading off for Amherst here in the bottom of the 6th, Max Steinhorn. He rips a single up the middle. Diving is the shortstop, Will Shackelford, and he's not able to dive and grab it there, so it's going to be a leadoff single for Max Steinhorn. And Harry Roberson's going to bat next. Roberson 0 for 2 on the day, a ground out and a strikeout. R.J. Hall goes back over to first base, keeping Steinhorn close over there. Bunt down there by Roberson, a good one. Hall has it, throws across in time just to get Roberson at first base. It was a little bit closer of a play than the first baseman Falkson was going to think there, so Roberson is retired. 1-3 on the putout for the first out. Moving to second base on the play is Steinhorn, and that's going to bring up Yanni Thanopoulos. 0 for 2 on the evening, 2 ground outs for the center fielder. Runner on second is Steinhorn. Tufts leads 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Yanni Thanopoulos at the plate. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Thanopoulos had made a couple nice catches out there in center field here in the course of this game. And we're going to get a timeout here as play is stopped. Having a shoe issue here, as looks like a lot of the tape has come off it here, and see what he's going to do here. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Amherst with a runner on second base with 1 out, trailing 2-0 to Tufts. This is an elimination game, the second elimination game of the day. So whoever wins this game will play in the championship game tomorrow afternoon against Middlebury, tomorrow morning against Middlebury. That game has been moved from 10 a.m. to 9 a.m. due to weather permitting.
Tomorrow's championship game has been moved to 9 a.m. It's a 9 o'clock start on that, with the games to follow if necessary. Winner of this game will be playing tomorrow at 9 a.m.
So we'll see what happens here. Middlebury is already in the championship game, winning their first 2 games. And we'll see what happens here. So it's either going to be Tufts or the Amherst Mammoths. So we'll see what happens here. Both of these teams have 1 loss, so we'll see what happens here. But Middlebury just kind of sitting back, relaxing, and watching this one here. And we'll see what happens here. So the pitcher, R.J. Hall, has his shoe and tape issue all figured out, and Thanopoulos is going to step back into the box here. 1-0 the count to the center fielder, Yanni Thanopoulos. Hall gets the sign from his catcher, Schnempf. And the 1-0 pitch. Fastball a little bit low and outside for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch for Hall. Ball fouled into the net to the right side. 2 balls and 1 strike here to the center fielder. Hall looks the runner back at second. The 2-1 pitch. A little bit inside for ball 3. Three and 1, a big hitter's count here for Thanopoulos, who has power. Hall looks the runner back at second, does a double take, does a third take, comes home with a pitch. inside for ball 4, and Thanopoulos is going to get a 1-out walk. So Steinhorn is on second. Thanopoulos walks down to first with a 1-out walk. That's going to bring up Anthony Spina. Spina, 2 flyouts on the evening, 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Spina also has some power in his bat. We'll see what happens here. Spina likes to take his time in the box as well. The first pitch by Hall goes right over his back there, and Spina just able to get out of the way. Schnempf is going to go out and talk to his pitcher, R.J. Hall, here for a minute. So Max Steinhorn is on second. Yanni Thanopoulos is on first. 1 out in the inning. Amherst trails 2-0 here as we're in the bottom of the 6th. Spina back into the box. Hall gets the sign from Schnempf. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball inside for ball 2. Two and 0 the count here to Spina. Pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Big cut there by Spina. He wanted that one. The 2-1 pitch from Hall. Fastball swung on and missed for strike 2. 2 big cuts on the last 2 pitches by Spina. Hall's been able to get it by him. We'll see what he does here on this pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the right fielder, Anthony Spina, and Spina calls time. Spina adjusting his batting glove on his left hand, steps back into the batter's box. It was 2-0 the count, now it's 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Ball fouled and hit down the first baseline. Going over is the first baseman, and it's going to go over the fence there, down the first baseline and out of play. Spina will have a second life here. Still runners on first and second. Steinhorn on second. Thanopoulos on first. 2-2 the count to the right fielder, Anthony Spina. 1 out in the inning. 2-0 Tufts. Bottom of the 6th. Hall looks the runner back at second. He comes with a 2-2 pitch. Just a little bit inside. And that's going to bring the count full. Hall gets set on the mound. The 3-2 pitch. Spina lifts it in the left field there, and a nice diving catch there by McLaughlin. Went down on his left knee to grab that one. He timed it just right. And McLaughlin and Spina is going to be retired. An F7 on the putout for the second out of the inning, Both runners stay at their respective bases, and that's going to bring up Ariel Kenny, the DH. So good at bat by Spina, and nice catch there by McLaughlin out in left field. It's going to bring up Ariel Kenny. Kenny 0 for 2 on the day, a ground out and a strikeout. Hall's first pitch be ripped down the third baseline and foul right in front of the Tufts dugout. Hall gets the sign from Schnempf. He winds and fires. Fastball a little bit high there for ball one. That'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike to the designated hitter, Ariel Kenny. One pitch. Curveball hit high in the air down the third baseline, and it's going to be foul. Hall's ahead in the count, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th inning. Amherst trails 2-0 the Tufts. The second elimination game of the day. Whoever wins this will play Middlebury in the championship game tomorrow morning. Hall's 1-2 pitch. Fastball is up high for ball 2. That'll even the count. 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on base. Steinhorn on second. Thanopoulos on first. Hall looks into Schnempf for the sign. The 2-2 pitch. Ball hit high in the air to left field. Going back on it is McLaughlin. He has it, and that's going to retire the Mammoths here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kenny flies out to the left fielder, an F7 on the putout, and that will retire the side. We've played 6 full innings here from Coombs Field, and after 6, it's 2-0 Tufts with a lead over Amherst. We go to the top of the 7th after this. You're watching the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
And welcome back to Coombs Field. The top of the 7th inning we go. It's the Tufts Jumbos with a 2-0 lead. They're batting here in the top of the 7th inning. We'll start off with Malcolm Nachmanoff, the DH. Mike McLaughlin and Tom Petrie, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters scheduled for Tufts here in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch there by Schneider is in there for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is fouled out of play into the right. The 0-2 pitch. In there for strike 3, and Nachmanoff gets caught looking. Nice pitch there on the outside corner by Schneider. It's the first out of the inning. And the 4th strikeout of the evening for Sam Schneider. 1 up and 1 down. That'll bring up Mike McLaughlin, the left fielder. McLaughlin 0 for 2 on the day, a ground out and a strikeout. He hits the ball there to the second baseman. Steinhorn goes, and he gets him at second base. What a throw there by Max Steinhorn. Had a throw across his body, went over the second base bag, and threw it over to Chase Henley, who made a nice play there. Pretty play there by the second baseman, Steinhorn, and McLaughlin is out there. 4-3 on the putout. What a play there by Steinhorn for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Tom Petrie, the second baseman, 1 for 2 on the day. A single back in the third and a run scored. Big swing and a miss there for strike 2. Snyder is ahead quickly here on Petrie, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball outside for ball 1. The 1-2 pitch. Low for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch. Low and outside, ball 3. So Schneider had Petrie 0-2. Now he's worked the count full, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. A little nubber hit between the first and second baseman. Nice play there. Nice play there by Steiner. He underhands it with his glove. And Steiner's had one heck of an inning, getting 2 of the putouts here. And the Tufts Jumbos go 1-2-3 in the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 2-0 Tufts as Amherst comes up to bat here in the bottom of the 7th. You're watching the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome back to Coombs Field, home of the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship. Glad you could join us on the Northeast Sports Network, nsnsports.net. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Tufts Jumbos still with a 2-0 lead over Amherst. And batting here to lead off is the catcher, Severino Tacci. First pitch in there by Hall is in there for a ball. Hall's 1-0 pitch. A little bit inside and went right by Tacci's face there, and he really didn't even move. Tell you, if he wasn't woken up, he's woken up now. Hall's 2-0 pitch. Low and outside for ball 3. So it'll be Severino Tacci, Chase Henley, and Nick Nardone, the scheduled hitters. The 3-0 pitch by Hall, right over the heart of the plate for strike 1. The 3-1 pitch. Ball hit on the ground to the third baseman. Nice pick by O'Hara. Covers, throws in time to retire Tacci. 5-3 on the putout for the first out. That'll bring up Chase Henley, the first baseman. Henley 0 for 2 on the evening, a fly out and a ground out. Hall's first pitch. And he went there. Nice, tried to check his swing was Chase Henley, but he could not. That's going to get in there for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Ball hit high in the air to left field. Going back is the left fielder, and he tries to dive. He misses it. It goes up against the fence. Hitting second base there is Chase Henley. And Henley's got a 1-out double there to continue the inning here for Amherst here in the bottom of the 7th. That ball was absolutely ripped into left field. That'll bring up Nick Nardone, the third baseman, 1 for 2 on the day, a single back in the 5th. And we're going to get a pinch runner here at second base.
Running for Amherst, number 26, Will Murphy.
Number 26, Will Murphy, is going to take the place of Chase Henley at second base. First pitch, ball ripped on a line into center field. It's going to be a base hit. They're going to hold Murphy at third base. It's going to be a single for Nick Nardone. Murphy's going to stop at third base. And Amherst has runners on the corners here with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That's going to bring up Ryan Harden, the left fielder. Harden 0 for 2 on the day, a ground out and a fly out. Hall's first pitch, laying down a bunt, is Harden, and it goes foul behind the catcher and out of play. It's going to be called a strike 1 here. Hall's pitch, he tries to lay down a bunt again. He pulls it back. And it's going to be in there for a ball, so that'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the number 9 hitter, Ryan Harden. Will Murphy is on third. He took the place of Chase Henley after his big blistering double here a few moments ago. Nick Nardone, a single, is on first base. 1 out in the inning. Amherst trails 2-0 the Tufts, and they go back over to first base, does Hall. And he's able to get back in there safely as Nardone. Hall's 1-1 pitch. He tries to lay down a bunt again. He fouls it off for strike 2. 1-2 the count here to the number 9 hitter, Ryan Harden. The 1-2 pitch, and it's going to have to wait a minute as Hall's going to go back over to first base, trying to keep Nardone honest over there, trying to not give up too big of a lead for him. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the 1-2 pitch, a little bit high and outside. That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nick Harden. Will Murphy's on third base. Nick Nardone's on first base. 1 out in the inning, 2-0 Tufts. The 2-2 pitch, ball hit high in the air. It's going to stay in foul territory. The catcher goes over, and a nice job there by Schnempf to grab it. And the base runners stay put at first and third. Nice job there by the catcher, 2 unassisted for Eric Schnempf. 2nd out of the inning. And we go back to the top of the order and Max Steinhorn. Steinhorn 2 for 3 on the day, 2 singles. 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 6th. Hall's first pitch, big cut and swing there. Swing and a miss by Steinhorn for strike 1. Hall goes back over to first base, and Nardone gets back in there safely. 0-1 the count here to Max Steinhorn. The 0-1 pitch from Hall, ball fouled back into that behind us. 0-2 the count here to the leadoff hitter, Max Steinhorn. 2 outs in the inning. Runners on the corners for Amherst. 2-0 Tufts. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning, the second elimination game of the day. Whoever wins this game will move on and play Middlebury in the championship tomorrow at 9. The 0-2 pitch, a little bit outside for ball 1. Hall's 1-2 pitch is outside. Nardone's going to go to second. They try to get him at third base, and they pick off Murphy. Nardone went to second base. The catcher, Schnempf, made a fake throw down to second base, and Murphy got caught off the bag a little too far down towards home plate. And a nice throw by Schnempf and a nice tag by Tommy O'Hara. And that ends the threat for Amherst here in the bottom of the 7th. We've played 7 full innings here from Coombs Field, and after 7, it's Tufts 2 and Amherst nothing. We go to the top of the 8th after this. You're watching the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship right here on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
And we go to the top of the 8th here. 2-0 Tufts with the lead over Amherst, and still on the mound for the Amherst Monmouths is Sam Schneider. Eric Schnempf is up here. Second pitch is in there for a strike, so Schnempf down 0-2 in the count here. It'll be Eric Schnempf, Will Shackelford, and Harry Brown. 0-2 pitch catches the outside corner for strike 3, and Schnempf gets caught looking. First out of the inning. That'll bring up Will Shackelford. Shackelford, one for one on the day. He did score a run on a bases on a leadoff walk there back in the 3rd inning, and he had a single back in the 5th. First pitch is outside there for ball 1. Second pitch by Schneider. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. Schneider's 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss there by Shackelford for strike 2. Schneider all ready to throw. Shackelford taking his time getting in the box. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball is outside. That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schneider's pitch. Ball hit high in the air to center field. Underneath it is Thanopoulos. He has it in time, and that's going to retire Shackelford. It's going to be an F8 on the putout for the second out. And we go back to the top of the lineup, and Harry Brown, the center fielder. Brown 0 for 3 on the day with 3 flyouts. Here's the first pitch by Schneider. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch fouled off and towards the backstop there for strike 2. 0-2 the count here. Schneider's getting ready to throw here. Schneider's 0-2 pitch. Fastball just a little bit outside there for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Harry Brown. Ball ripped right over. A nice catch there by the shortstop, Harry Roberson. Roberson went up on that one, and he was able to haul it in there for the third out. Harry Brown robbed of at least a base hit there. Nice job there by Roberson, and he's retired. 6 unassisted on the play for the third out. The Tufts Jumbos go 1-2-3 in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 2-0 Tufts over Amherst, and you're listening to the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship, and you're watching it live right here on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
And welcome back to Coombs Field here on the Northeast Sports Network. Glad you could join us for the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship. We've got a new pitcher here for the Tufts Jumbos. Replacing R.J. Hall is number 35, Brad Marchetti. The freshman pitcher, 6 feet tall, 195 pounds, from Wellesley, Massachusetts. He went to Wellesley High School. Max Steiner leading off here for the Mammoths here in the bottom of the 8th. And the first pitch by Marchetti. Low and in the dirt for ball 1. Amherst had a couple chances here to score runs here in the last 3 innings, but not been able to get that goose egg off the scoreboard. Second pitch is up high for ball 2, and the catcher, Eric Schnempf, has seen enough so far. He's going to come out and talk to the freshman pitcher. Big shoes to fill here for the freshman pitcher, Brad Marchetti. R.J. Hall pitched a very good ball game here for the Tufts Jumbos. Marchetti's 2-0 pitch. Fastball is in there for strike 1. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball, chopper on the ground. The third baseman lets the shortstop Shackelford take it, and he's going to beat it down the line here as Steinhorn has got some speed. He's able to get down that first baseline. It's going to be an infield single for the second baseman, Max Steinhorn. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Harry Roberson. Roberson 0 for 3 on the day. Marchetti goes over to first base, and sliding back safely is Steinhorn. Marchetti looks the runner back at first, comes to the plate. Ball bounces off the catcher, Schnempf, and easily getting into second base is Steinhorn. So a pass ball there. Wild pitch for Brad Marchetti. And the umpire is going to switch out the baseball here for Marchetti, and Schnempf's going to come out and have his second conference here in about the last 5 minutes with him. Harry Roberson's up there now with a 1-0 count here on the shortstop. Steinhorn's on second base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Amherst trails 2-0. Marchetti looks the runner back at second in Steinhorn. Comes to the plate. Fastball a little bit high there for ball 2. The winner of this game will take on Middlebury in the championship game tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. That game was changed from 10 to 9 a.m., of course, weather permitting. The 2-0 pitch by Marchetti catches the outside corner for strike 1. Marchetti gets the sign from Schnempf, looks the runner Steinhorn back at second. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ball hit on the ground, gets in through the hole. Nice job there by the shortstop. He's able to knock it down, but that is it. Steinhorn had to stay pat at second base, and Roberson's going to get an infield single. So back-to-back singles by Steinhorn and Roberson to lead off the bottom of the 8th here, and that's going to bring up Yanni Thanopoulos, their best hitter on the team. Thanopoulos 0 for 2 on the day, 2 groundouts, and he walked back in the 6th inning. Marchetti looks Steinhorn back and looks him back again. He's going to step off the rubber. Marchetti gets the sign from Schnempf, looks the runner back at second. Here's the pitch, and going off there and easily getting into third base is Steinhorn. Steinhorn was halfway there before Marchetti even released the baseball. Runners on the corners. Steinhorn on third. Roberson on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-0 pitch coming from Marchetti. Ball hit on the ground to the shortstop. On to second for 1. On to first. It gets away from the first baseman, and scoring easily there from third base is Steinhorn. It's 2-1 Tufts. And the head coach of the Tufts Jumbo's not happy with that. He looked like he had took out the second baseman there. But they're going to say that he's talking over with him right now, and probably nothing's going to change here with that. So John Casey in his 34th season is going to walk back to the bench here. So scoring from third was Steinhorn. That'll make it 2-1 Tufts. Yanni Thanopoulos is on first base here. Roberson is out at second base, so 1 out in the inning. That's going to bring up Anthony Spina. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 Tufts. First pitch seen by Spina is low for a ball. Marchetti's 1-0 pitch. Here it is. In there over the heart of the plate for strike 1. So Roberson was out at second base. Max Steinhorn scored from third. It's 2-1 Tufts. And Amherst still batting here with one out in the bottom of the 8th. Marchetti gets the sign from Schnempf, winds and fires. 1-1 pitch, catches the outside corner for strike 2. Nice pitch there by Marchetti. Marchetti. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and he's going to go over to first base to keep an eye on Thanopoulos. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to the third baseman. Over to second for one, on to first, and he's going to be safe as Spina. Spina busting down the line there. Going to get on second base. Thanopoulos is out at second base with a force out. For the second out, Spina reaches first base. 2 down in the inning. And that's going to bring up the DH, Ariel Kenny. Kenny 0 for 3 on the day. A ground out, a strikeout, and a fly out. We'll see what Kenny can do here. Still trailing is Amherst, 2-1. Marchetti's first pitch. Fastball hit high in the air down the first baseline. Going over is the right fielder, and he's able to make the catch over the short fence there just before the bullpen was Austin Kutch. Nice job there by Kutch, just kind of stuck his glove over the side there and said, hey, I just came up with the baseball. That's going to end the inning there. Kenny, a fly out to the right fielder, Austin Kutch with a nice catch. And that's going to end the inning for the Amherst Mammoths. But the Mammoths get 1 run. They cut the lead in half as we go to the top of the 9th. It's 2-1. Tufts with the lead over the Amherst Monmouths. We'll be back with the top of the 9th right after this. You're watching the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship right here on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
And welcome back to the top of the 9th inning, the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championships on the Northeast Sports Network. It's a 2-1 lead for Tufts over the Amherst Mammoths here, and we get another pitching change for Amherst. Taking over for the starter, Sam Schneider, is number 9, Zach Horowitz. Horowitz, the freshman, he's a lefty. 5'11", 195 pounds from Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts. Went to BB&N High School. That's going to bring up Oscar Kutch, who just finished the bottom of the 8th inning with a nice catch over the short fence down in right field. So Kutch is going to come up here, and that first pitch by Horowitz is in there for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Big cut there by Kutch for strike 2, and the right fielder is down 0-2 in the count. The 0-2 pitch is way outside there for a ball. That'll bring the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch by Horowitz. Ball hit high in the air into shallow right field. Over is the second baseman, Steinhorn. He grabs it, and Kutch is going to be retired. 4 unassisted on the putout. 1 up and 1 down here, and that's going to bring up Tommy O'Hara. O'Hara 1 for 3 on the day. A 2 RBI double back in the 3rd inning. First pitch by Horowitz is in there for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball just misses there. Tried to catch the corner, but the umpire said a little bit too much outside. That'll even the count 1 ball and 1 strike. A 1-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. Big cut there by O'Hara. He wanted that pitch. One ball and 2 strikes to the third baseman, Tommy O'Hara. 1-2 pitch is low and in the dirt. That'll even the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, low and outside. That'll bring the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Tommy O'Hara. 1 out, nobody on for Tufts here in the top of the 9th. The Jumbos clinging to a 2-1 lead. Horowitz's 3-2 pitch. Little flare into center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Nice battling back there by O'Hara. He gets a 1-out single into center field, and that's going to bring up Nick Folkson, the first baseman. Folkson 0 for 3 on the evening with 3 flyouts. And the first pitch is a little bit low for ball 1. Horowitz looks the runner over at first. He's going to come home. 1-0 pitch, a little bit high for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. Ball ripped right up the middle. The pitcher's glove falls right off here, and they're going to get the runner at first base, but boy, you don't see that very often. The pitch was hit right back at the pitcher, Horowitz, and his glove came right off and went towards the in-between first and second base, but the second baseman, Steinhorn, was able to pick it up and retire. Folkson at first base. Moving over to second base is O'Hara, but there are 2 outs in the inning, so Folkson was out there. 4-3 on the putout for the second out, and O'Hara moves to second base on the play. That'll bring up Malcolm Nachmanoff, the DH. Nachmanoff 0 for 3 on the evening, and we're going to get a pitching change, it looks like, here for the Amherst Mammoths here. We're going to get a pitching change here, and a good job by Zach Horowitz coming into this ball game, and he's going to come out of it right now. We're in the top of the 9th inning. It's a 2-1 lead for Tufts. We get a pitching change. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
And welcome back to Coombs Field, home of the Colby College Mules here in Waterville, Maine. Ian Wilbur on the Northeast Sports Network. Glad you could join us for some NESCAC Baseball Championship action. John Moschella is going to be the pinch hitter here. 2 outs in the inning. Tufts has a runner on second base, and that's Tommy O'Hara. A new pitcher for the Amherst Mammoths is number 31, Wilson Taylor, has come into the ball game. And the first pitch, Moschella, swing and a miss there for strike 1. Wilson Taylor, the sophomore righty, 6'3", 185 pounds, from San Antonio, Texas, went to the St. Mary's Hall School. The 0-1 pitch here by Taylor. Ball gets by the catcher. Moving over to third base there is O'Hara. So a wild pitch there by Wilson Taylor. One and one the count here to John Moschella. Taylor gets the sign, winds and fires. Little dribbler there back to the pitcher. Taylor has it underhands to the first baseman Henley, and he retires Moschella. 1-3, and that will retire the side. One hit, one man left on, no runs scored. We go to the bottom of the ninth. It's last stops for Amherst, and they trail 2-1. We go to the bottom of the ninth after this. You're watching the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.
And welcome back to Coombs Field. It's last stops here for the Amherst Monmouths. 2-1 the lead for Tufts here as we go into the bottom of the ninth inning. The Amherst bench is all riled up over there. They're ready to go. And the first pitch there by Marchetti is in there for strike 1. The winner of this ball game will take on the undefeated Middlebury Panthers tomorrow morning in the NESCAC Baseball Championship live here at Colby College at 9 a.m. Big swing and a miss there by Severino Tacci. It'll be Tacci to lead off here, the catcher, and he's down 0-2 in the count to Marchetti. Marchetti's 0-2 pitch is outside for ball 1. Marchetti taking his time on the mound here for the Jumbos, leading 2-1. The 1-2 pitch, curveball hit right back to Marchetti. He has it in plenty of time and throws out Tacci. 1-3 on the putout for the first out. And that'll bring up Will Murphy. Murphy ran for Chase Henley last time and got picked off in the 8th inning at third base to end the inning. See what Will Murphy can do here. Marchetti's first pitch, low and in the dirt for ball 1. Amherst at least needs 1 run to tie it or 2 to win it. Marchetti's 1-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. That'll even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Marchetti's 1-1 pitch. Curveball fouled back behind us to the left side towards the Tufts dugout area. And that's going to be down in the count here, 1-2. Marchetti's 1-2 pitch. Fastball a little bit low and outside for ball 2. 2-2 the count here to Will Murphy. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and in the air and out of play to the right. Nice job by Murphy fouling off the last 2 pitches here, staying alive in the count. Amherst trails 2-1. Marchetti's 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 3, and Murphy goes down swinging. It's the first strikeout for Marchetti in relief of R.J. Hall, and that's going to bring up Nick Nardone. 2 outs and nobody on here for Amherst, and Nick Nardone is the final hopes here for Amherst. Marchetti releases the pitch. Curveball in there for strike 1. Infield is playing back up the middle. Marchetti's 0-1 pitch. Curveball just missed on the inside. What a pitch by Marchetti. Maybe just a little bit low, but a very good pitch there by Marchetti. That evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Marchetti's 1-1 pitch. Ball hit high in the air to shallow right field. Over is the right fielder, and Austin Kutch has it, and that's going to end the ball game. The Tufts Jumbos are moving on to the NESCAC championship game tomorrow morning, and they will take on the undefeated and 2-0 Middlebury Panthers at 9 a.m. The final score, once again, Tufts 2 and Amherst 1. We'll take a quick timeout, come back with the post game after this. You're watching the NESCAC Tourney 2017 Baseball Championship on the Northeast Sports Network. And welcome back to Coombs Field. A great finish here to the elimination game number 2. It was a 2-1 win for the Tufts Jumbos over the Amherst Monmouths. The Tufts Jumbos are moving on to championship play tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. They will take on the undefeated Middlebury Panthers at 9 a.m. It was originally scheduled for 10 a.m., but they have moved that game to 9 a.m. due to weather constraints. It looks like we're going to get a lot of rain between tonight and tomorrow, so we'll see if they're able to get that ball game in tomorrow morning. Now, for the first game, if Middlebury wins, they will win the NESCAC championship. If Tufts is able to come back and meet Middlebury in that first game, there will be a decisive Game 6 tomorrow following Game 5 at 9 a.m. So stay tuned to the Northeast Sports Network and NESCAC.com to find out more on the championship game tomorrow. So the final score here this afternoon and tonight, 2-1 the final for Tufts in a win in an elimination game. They will move on to the NESCAC championship game tomorrow and take on the Middlebury Panthers at 9 a.m. I'd like to thank Dan Chassie, our cameraman, trying to stay warm with us all day and keeping us on the air. This is Ian Wilbur signing off once again from Coombs Field, the home of the Colby College Mules in the 2017 NESCAC Baseball Championship. Have yourselves a great Saturday evening.
Welcome to this live broadcast of the NESCAC Championships on the Northeast Sports Network.
Welcome to this live broadcast on the Northeast Sports Network.